Good morning, flockers. There we go. I see we have people joining us already. Good morning, everybody. So we have Tycho out on the porch with us today, and Tycho is enjoying. Well, come on, let's see if we can focus on Tycho. Tycho's enjoying some nice, tasty snacks. He's gotten into the eggies. And Max is here as well. And Max is actually giving me the eyeball and saying, "Hey, Mom, where are my eggies?" Now, we've got a lot of little gnats around here right now. So I just had to wave these off. Max, would you like a snack? What would you like? Oh, you want some egg. Hello. You got some egg? Yeah. Is that the good stuff? Yeah. Yeah, you tell me about it. You got a fistful of warm egg. And Tycho over here is enjoying a fistful of warm egg. I'm trying to get focused on there. Yeah. I know sometimes people give me the odd look when the flock eats eggs and they say, isn't that cannibalism? But realistically, it's no different than human eating beef. It would be really weird if Max ate a cockatoo egg, but he is eating a chicken egg, so that's quite different. Even though he clucks like a chicken, he's not a chicken. All right. Good morning. And one thing Max absolutely loves is the fact that there are people out here. He really enjoys that. It's, a lot of people out for a walk. There are probably 1,000 little gnats out here today. So we'll see how long we last. I'm having to wave some of it away from Max's food. They seem to have decided that apple's quite tasty. Oh, what you looking at there? Oh, you see people. Yeah, and Tycho's getting his beak right into it. And you can see he's had some egg, he's had some pea, he's had a bit of corn. He's really getting into it. Okay, Max. So on Max's platter today, we have got squash, we've got egg, we have got, no, you don't want that. You want that? We have got our first piece of apple that went flying. Can't reach it. I'll leave it down. There's some more. Yes, the thing with parrots is they are very messy eaters. Maybe Max was telling me something. If we toss it over there, Mom, the gnats will go away and leave us alone. Yeah, it was really bad this week. You literally stepped outside and it was a cloud of gnats. Tried to take out the garbage one evening this week, and it was, I always have the porch light on for safety. A well-lit area is less likely to get broken into, and there were a million moths outside, and some of them were pretty sizable too, and really don't want to get those inside the house. So I sort of looked and thought, yeah, garbage can wait until the next morning. We've had moths in the house before, the big guys, they're just flowing in, and the flock really does not appreciate that. So we'll just sort of zip out here. You can see Tycho in the background, Max in the foreground. Is that the tasty stuff, Max? He was getting a little bit impatient with me this morning, saying he didn't want to wait for his breakfast. Now you can see he has no hesitation that he wants his eggs. I mean, that is exactly what he wants to get into here. Tasty stuff there. Tycho's being a little bit more selective and trying a few different things off the plate. Yeah, Max is hungry. He'll probably munch some other stuff as well. Keep jarring the camera here as I'm waving gnats away from Max's big fist. The plate seems to be a bit of a target. I don't know if it's because it's yellow. Tycho's plate seems to be doing better off for gnats. Although realistically, I mean, if the flock eats a couple of gnats, it's not going to hurt them. Added protein. Now there's a very eager African gray. Oh, he is giving me a bit of stink eye. Uh-oh. Max, where are you going? Want some more snacks? Did we forget about you? Oh, you found some more egg. Oh, you're gonna lick all that egg off that plate, aren't you? So it's supposed to be quite a warm day in Calgary. Yep, you're more interested in looking at people. 30 degrees is the forecast, and then by the end of the weekend, we are expecting freezing temperatures, which are not going to be too nice. Hey, bud. Hey. Still hungry, buddy? We've got a tray of stuff. And a tray of a few gnats. Whoops, that did not work. All right. Now we'll keep the film on Tycho here, or on Max here for a bit. Tycho's just sort of minding his own business over here. And Max has decided that he is the king of the chair. Just climbed up to the top where he's comfortable. Now, I noticed that we had some people joining us, and we're so busy with Snax, I really haven't done any shout-outs yet. Hi, Big Boss. Hi, Assez-vous. And I'm going to apologize in advance if I mispronounce any of your names. Greenbird is here. Hello, Max, Tycho, and Uman. Well, a big hello to Greenbird. Great comment here by Assez-vous. Wild birds will eat eggs, high in protein, loads of vitamins. Oh, absolutely. Flock absolutely loves them, but like anything else, it is in moderation. You're not going to eat eggs every day for breakfast, but once a week is okay. The flock gets to share an egg, and they're quite eager about it. You know, I think if I let Max, he'd still be eating egg right now. Yeah, Greenbird, as long as there's eggies, he doesn't choose the apple. Anything else here you want, buddy? I'd say that's a no. Hey, Max. We have corn. Oh, I'd say that was a no. He's more interested in looking around right now. He's a little bit annoyed. He's not been outside as much as he normally would be. During the summer, when I was not working for a while, he was out here every morning for Beakfast, weather permitting. And he's wondering what's going on with that. I mean, now it's A, I'm working, and B, although from home, it's pretty cold in the mornings, so we've been in. Today's a little bit of an exception, and it definitely is a welcome exception. Yes, Tycho, I'm drinking coffee. Thank you for swallowing. Yes, Greenbird, peas are good, and green. Green is definitely a great color. So, Max is going to hang out, and I'm going to just see here if I can pull something up. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I was thinking about printing it out, and then life got a little bit busy. You know how life does that. It does that all the time. But what we did this week is we had some fun on InstaFlock, on Facebeak, on Twitter, and we had one of the caption this photos. I'm going to see here if I can pull this up for you. My phone's being I've got two phones out with me today, one for reference and one for filming, and we'll see how this works. The old phone is just hooked up to Wi-Fi. But we had this absolutely marvelous picture that we did a capture this with. And, oh my goodness, what the heck is going on here? Let me try this again. So, trying to pull this up. And my phone is not being super cooperative. Oh, there we go. There we go. It just did not want to load to begin with. So, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see this or not. Oh, no. I don't know. Can anybody see that? Give me some thumbs up if you can see that. Yeah, it's not really coming out, but it was this marvelous, marvelous picture of Max basically exploding. I mean, he kind of looked a little bit like the bird out of yeah, Tango. Sorry, but I know I did post it up on social media, and I'll post it up later on YouTube as well. But marvelous, marvelous picture of Max just having a little bit of a shakeout, and we had some fantastic comments on it, and we had some absolutely fantastic captions. Um, Hello. If Max wants to talk, I'll be quiet for a minute. But I wanted to shout out a couple of the top captions. Um, in second place was Lizzie Surus Rex, who said, Buck, because you're worth it. And I have to admit, I really, really loved the idea of Max having his own feather care products. That was so funny. And the top caption on it was Sister Golden Hair, who said, he shy, he dry, but most importantly, he fly. And there were, of course, a few notable mentions. We had Style Service Blog with me during every Zoom call these days. My friend Green Knight 95, when the hair flip is too strong. Get it? Too? Cockatoo. Opera Beauty Love, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, and Max certainly is. Oops. And I've just managed to close that one off. Well, that was nice and noisy. Simon, who said fabulous. I look absolutely fabulous. And Lady of the General was also right there in the top comments with Marilyn Monroe in a white dress on a subway grate, circa 1954, colorized. And I mean, those were just fantastic comments and fantastic captions for a picture that otherwise, I mean, it just looked like Max had exploded. And it was quite funny. And we had so much engagement on this. And it's something I've been doing for the last few weeks are the caption this, and they've been very popular. Hey guys, you want something else to chew on? Max, would you like some pasta? Would you like sticky pasta? Now, oops, he's just gonna toss it and drop it. You want one, Betty? You want one? You usually go after that pretty good. All right, I'll put it there. They usually really love their uncooked sticks of pasta, nice and crunchy. I think Tycho's a little bit upset. We've got a few flies going after the food in his carrier, but it does seem to be fly season, and there is a lot happening up here, isn't there, buddy? Yeah. No, you don't want that right now. That's okay. So, I mean, let's hang out for a little while. It is definitely a warm day out here. And being this warm, it might mean that we have a shorter stream. We'll see how the flock's doing. Always up to the flock. Isn't that right, guys? But we were talking about some of these captions, and I thought, you know what might be kind of fun? Doing a bit of a caption contest. I mean, I've been encouraging people to caption and vote on the captions and doing it as viewer's choice. But guys, what do you think if we do up a caption contest this week with some prizes? Send up some hearts if you like that idea. I'm just going to watch out for some hearts and some comments. Tell me if you like this idea. Should we do this one as a bit of a contest with a prize? Yeah? All right, you know, I think it could be kind of fun. So that's, I think, what we're going to do this week. So if you're on the socials, I think we're going to run it on InstaFlock because that one is the easiest. We'll do one there with the caption, best caption with the most likes. And we might also run one on Twitter with the most retweets for the best caption with the most retweets. And Facebook, I guess we could also do most likes. So we could definitely do this on a couple of different platforms, and that could be kind of fun. And I'm thinking for a prize this week, we could do how many people here would like a Max the Moluccan ringtone? That could be kind of fun as a bit of a giveaway. I do have some interesting prizes coming in. And I'll be announcing those this week when they show up. So for future weeks, I've got a company that's approached me. They wanted me to talk a little bit about some of their products, and we'll be doing a package unveiling when it arrives this week. So keep an eye open for that, and we'll use some of those for prizes because I think that would be kind of fun. Tango Elliott says a prize would be a picture of the birds. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's lots of things we could do for prizes. So we could do something fun with that. What do you think, Max? That'd be kind of fun? And Tycho right now seems to be standing in the middle of his food plate. To be fair, he usually has a food bowl, and maybe this is his idea on how to keep the flies away from his snacks. Yeah? I think it's a good idea, Tycho. Yeah, so we've got that coming up. We've also got a big milestone that we are approaching on InstaFlock. And for those, ooh, did we just lose a big feather? Actually, that's something else that we could do for a prize is maybe some of Max's Tycho's feathers. That could be kind of cool too. Greenbird says Tango with the toe print. Oh, absolutely. That would be fun. So I mean, there's a lot of different ideas that we can do, and I'm always open to what you guys want to see for some prizes. But if you've been following me for any length of time, you'll know that Max started himself off on InstaFlock. That was his first his first platform, and he went from InstaFlock, started up the Twitter account, started up Facebeak account, started up the YouTube account, and he's still trying desperately to grow up some of the other accounts. I mean, Facebook and Twitter are growing nicely organically. In the last few months, his YouTube has really been picking up, and we're excited that we can now do things like live streams on YouTube, which is fantastically great. But the one that we started off on was Instagram. And it's always astonished me how popular Max has been on Instagram, or on InstaFlock as we tend to call it. He has currently 49,800 and some odd flockers. So he's about to turn 50,000 on there. And I think that is just an incredible milestone. When we started off Max's channel on InstaFlock, I'd shared him a number of times on my personal InstaFlock. And, you know, over the course of a couple of years, never really got more than, you know, a smattering of followers. I think 150 was the top. And I thought, yeah, you know, maybe it's because it's a bit more of a personal account. I mean, I had some other stuff on there as well. And yeah, I thought about it and decided, you know, what the heck, I'll try setting up Max's own account. And this way I can spam some people with more images of Max, which I wanted to do. And Max certainly loved having for the camera. So we started up the Max the Moluccan feed on InstaFlock. And I mean, I thought, you know, wouldn't it be wonderful if someday I would have 200 followers? I mean, that would just be incredible. Well, Max went up. People looked at him. People loved him. We hit 200 followers, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's amazing. You know, maybe, just maybe, we could hit. What you got happening there, bud? We tangled? There we go. Yeah, you need a good shower. Oh, Tango just followed me on InstaFlock. And I thought to myself, you know, what would happen? Just what would happen there if maybe we got 250 followers, wouldn't that be amazing? Well, we got there. And we got 1,000 and 2,000, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. It was just absolutely amazing. And guys, my phone here is beginning to overheat. I'm going to just see here if there's a possibility of switching devices. And if I lose you guys on the stream, I will pop back up immediately, but may have to be on a separate device. It is quite warm out here today. And I was not anticipating this problem. So just bear with me while I look at this. Max, I think, is going to entertain us while we're doing this. Yeah? What else do you say, buddy? What else do you say? And I noticed I've missed out on a few other comments there. Yeah. So as I was saying, it's just amazing what's happened on InstaFlock in terms of the number of followers and the just the great interest in Max. I wanted to share him with the world and did not realize that the world was quite so eager to see Max and to really really participate. Well, that did not work. Sorry about the reverb there, guys. Hey, Max. Well, not on my lap right now, hun. Oh, Max, I know. Okay. It is kind of hard. Yeah. Oh. Oh boy, Max, that is pretty warm. Yeah. What's with the flies, buddy? All right, well, focus on Tycho for a minute here. You're just too close for the camera. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. So I noticed Tango Elliott just asked a question about the harness and asked how exactly does it work? Well, it's simple. Max puts the harness on his pet Uman, and his pet Uman goes nowhere. Okay, I'm teasing on that one. So as you can see, I'm just moving some of the feathers away. You've got this section here, and as I move the feathers away, it goes around his neck and around his front. And I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it's sort of this big diamond shape that's shaped and goes over his neck and over his front. We pop that over his head, and then what happens is at the back here, I don't know if you can see that, there's a buckle, and the buckle is attached to the leash. So what we can do is we can unbuckle, and we can be careful not to tangle in feathers here, but undo that buckle, and then the section that goes underneath the wing here can get a lot larger, and you just tuck that one wing out, and then at the front you'll see that I'm sorry, Max, that it can don't know how well we can see that, but it can slide on the front, and hopefully the camera's showing what I think it's showing here, but this slides through, so you slide it through and then loop it out from the other wing, and Max does not mind wearing it at all. The worst part of the harness is taking it off. And what happens when you go to take it off? All of his beautiful head feathers get in a ruffle because they have to come up. So the trick is to tuck the head feathers in underneath the harness first and then pull it up over his head. And he does not mind it at all. If you like Tango Elliott, we can pop a quick video on YouTube showing how to put on and take off a harness. That could be kind of fun. Yeah. That Max agrees that could be kind of fun. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, guys. Hi. Is that fun, buddy? Yeah, no problem, Tango Elliott. Glad to do that. Keep an eye out for that this week. And I think it's something that would be useful for a lot of people. So the rule with the flock is unless they are harnessed or in a carrier, they are not permitted to go outside. And I see Tycho here just found another piece of egg. He's doing a great job keeping his plate clean, whereas you see Max's plate, we've got all the flies on it. Max can have some more snacks when he goes inside. Um, yeah, that's just yucky. So he's not going to get that. But Tico seems to be fighting the flies off on his own. He's saying, "No flies, go away. Shoo fly, you're not allowed on my plate." And having an easier snack that's not being guarded by a food jealous Saffron Gray apparently was a great way to distract some of the flies. It's yeah, we usually don't have flies like that out here. It really is a little bit much. And then Tico. Max did try by tossing that one piece of apple on the ground, but the flies did not go after that one. Hi. Hi. Yeah. It's a new feather. It's a new feather. I'm going after pins. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, Tango Elliott, soon fly season will be over. We actually don't get that many out here. Right now, it's just the end of the season. And apparently, they are doing super, super well. I mean, if they're over there leaving me alone, that's fine. The worst has been the little gnats that have been coming out, and the last few days they have just been absolutely everywhere. Isn't that right, Max? Max is not a huge fan of that. Max, as for where he likes to be scritched, he's quite touchy about the top of his head, and there needs to be certain conditions met before you're allowed to touch the top of his head. Usually he's occupied and I sneak in. I think when he was younger, the first 10 years of his life, he had some bad experiences with some of the feathers on top of his head being preened. So he's super cautious about that. But what he seems to prefer is if he doesn't know you too well, he likes somebody just to touch him. Just if you want to feel his feathers, you can just gently touch on his back. And sometimes he'll bow his head and say, "Yeah, you can come up." But that seems to be the gateway to him is coming up. He also just loves being tickled underneath his wings. But really try and watch carefully the body language, and if he starts to get excited about that, I'm definitely not his mate, and I do not want to encourage that kind of behavior. Having said that, every single winter, Max tries to encourage my left leg to lay an egg. So far, my left leg has been very uncooperative, but it doesn't stop him from trying. He just keeps trying and trying and trying. Hi. Hi, Tico. Is it hot out here? You guys, I agree that it's hot. What I'll do in a minute, Max has just come over here. Come on up, Max. Come on up. Oh, let's see. I'm going to scooch over here for a minute. And Tico is giving me the hot bird body language. Go here for a second, Max. Oh, you want to stay on my... Well, this is going to be fun. Okay. Oh, go poop, buddy. Yeah, that's right. All right. I'm going to turn on some water here. I'm going to see how well this is going to work. There we go. Whoops, that's too much water. I just want a bit of a trickle. There we get a little bit more of a trickle. I had the water running on full earlier, so I know that the hose is relatively cleaned out. But Tico's asking for a little bit of water, so there we go. All right. Hey, Max. Let's see. Can I pick this up? Can I pick this up too? Which one is it? Is it this? Oops, that's not it. Max, do you know this is kind of difficult to do with you in one arm? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna set the phone down for 1 second, guys. Just bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. Okay, I've got the phone back up, and I've got a hose, and I've got some water. So Tycho, I think, was asking for a little bit of water. There we go. What I'm doing here is I'm just wetting down his feet quickly. He's not a huge fan of that, but wet feet are one of the fastest ways to cool down a bird. There we go. And I'm going to pop a little bit of water in his tray. There you go. And Max is, yeah, there you go, bud. How's that? Yeah, I know we kind of made soup, but oh yeah, that's cool water. Now, Max is telling me he does not want to bath right now. You want some water to drink, hun? Let's go steps. Go steps. All right. Let's sit down over here and step. Well, that was fun. I just managed to sit down on a wet chair. I'm so worried about keeping Max in the frame. Do you want a drink, buddy? Here you go. Yeah. Let's get those feet wet. Oops. There we go. Yeah, that's the good stuff, isn't it? Huh. Are you helping? Yeah, not that long ago, Max actually helped me out with the hose and helped spray me down. Not too impressed with that. Yeah, there's some nice cool feet. Definitely. And there's Tycho. Yeah, Tycho, I know we've made a bit of a... Oops, don't attack it. There you go. Okay. Yeah, Max is thinking that this water is fantastic. Ooh. Yeah. Let's go for a nice gentle shower. Yeah, I'll try not to hit you in the face, buddy. There. There you go. There, is that fun? Ooh, and there's Tycho. Tycho's not quite as happy with the water. There's Max. Yeah, it is getting pretty warm out here already. I mean, well, I appreciate that. It does kind of feel like it's the last hurrah of summer today, given that we're supposed to have frost warnings for the weekend. You know, frost and snow on Sunday, possibly Sunday, but on Monday, I mean, you know, not really looking forward to that. Whew. There's some more wet feet, Tycho. There you go. There's some wet feet. Cold, wet feet. Yeah. Oh yeah, we made a big mess, didn't we, Tycho? That's okay. Yeah, Max seems to be really enjoying a bit of water being splashed right now. That's his sprinkler. Yeah, I'm just holding the hose with my thumb on it and just spraying and sprinkling and gently that way. Max really does not like water hitting him from overhead. He gets really upset when it rains on top of him. So just trying to keep things a little bit lower here. He knows if it gets too much, he can always climb up and get out of the way. Yeah, sprinkler. Sprinkler. Yeah. Yeah, and even though there's all that water on Max, his feathers really look pretty much dry. He is very, very good at having well-powdered feathers and keeping them looking pretty dry. You know, I am managing to move some feathers over with a little bit of water, getting a little bit more moisture in there, getting a little bit more of a wet bird. But woo! Here. I think he's trying to tell me something. He's saying, is that enough? Yeah. Yeah. That's a nice gentle sprinkle. Yeah, I definitely want to know if the birds are the ones getting showers, how come I'm the one who's all wet? And there's Tycho down here. He's got all the water at the bottom. His fabric perch. Now that fabric perch I've just put into this carrier for sitting outside. It's one he's chewed on a bit, and I don't like having chewed on perches with that kind of rope left unattended. So it's something he can have while I'm keeping an eye on him, just to make sure he's not about to chew at some of those cords, get them caught around feet, caught around a neck, or maybe ingest them. I mean, that would be really, really bad. Want a little bit more of that, Tycho? Here. There you go. Okay. How's that? How's that? Yeah, you can see Max is really getting into this now. He's letting me get underneath his wings. We're getting things a little bit more soaked. Now his harness is absolutely soaked right now. It holds water really, really well. His feathers, on the other hand, one good fluff and he'll be dry like no tomorrow. Oh, you're gonna grab it? Grab the water. Yeah, he's figured out that the water is much cooler than his body temperature right now, and that feels kind of good because it's so hot out here. And it keeps going down and soaking down the feet a little bit, because feet, if you ever see a bird, you know, that's really how they regulate their temperatures, through the feet. You know, when the bird is warm, they will have really, really hot feet. When they're cold, they'll be tucking the feet up. You know, it's a nice open area that's used to regulate temperature. So cold feet, you know, the water's not that cold. I've got my hand in it. So, I mean, it's not too uncomfortable for Max. He's just not too sure right now. The chair is definitely warm, but I've cooled it off a lot with water. Yeah. Whoops, I'm sorry. Did that just walk you in the face? You don't look too upset. Oh, I think he's telling me that's almost enough. That's all. Oh, big fluffers. Maybe it's you, maybe it's Mabel Bird. Yeah? Want any more? Want any more drinks? No, I think he's done. I'm gonna ask Tycho. Tycho's done. And I'm gonna just drop the hose. Whew. And I'm gonna walk over and turn off the water. Well, that was nice and wet. Oh, it looks like we lost Tango. Tango had to go to the dog park. Absolutely, Tango Elliott. We will see you later in the weekend, I'm sure. Tango made reference to Einstein, and Einstein, the talking Texan African gray parrot. Tycho is a huge fan of Einstein, and Tycho watches his live stream every week. And Max actually has had a balk off with Einstein as well, so definitely part of the flock. So we're still hanging in here. My phone's warm, but it apparently is still hanging in. Greenbird says frost and snow, definitely too early. Well, yes and no. We are in Alberta, and we're not that far away from the mountains. I mean, having frost in September, having first snow in September or August, I mean, it's not going to stick around. It's not going to be the total end of summer, but it's definitely going to get cooler and not be nearly as enjoyable. Yeah. But we'll try and make the most of the weather this weekend until it turns. We just got a nice little whistle out of Tycho. A hi. Tycho's actually reacting to some of the sparrows in the tree. Max, I don't think's noticed them yet. Max does not like the sparrows at all. There you go, Tycho. There you go. Yeah, and you can see I did make a wet soupy mess out of the bottom of the carrier, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything. It's going to help keep the flies away, and it gave Tycho a chance to cool off. Plus, if Tycho wants a bit of water, wants to cool off a bit more, he can go down and play in that. He did give me a bit of a dirty look when I was spraying him, but he's not a huge fan of spray showers. I just thought it was really important to cool him down a little bit since we were outside and it is pretty warm. Max is looking much more comfortable now. Yes, Max. Yes. What's wrong with the sparrows? The sparrows are horrible little things. They dive-bombed Max earlier this year. He didn't like that at all. Sparrow had no idea that Max was much larger than the sparrow. The sparrow dive-bombed Max, and Max just sort of looked at them with a bit of suspicion ever since. He's not nearly as worried about the big birds. It's little guys who don't know how small they are that he looks at and says, "What is going on?" You gonna talk for a while, Max? Yeah, Max is already looking much drier than he was 2 minutes ago. It does not take long for his feathers to dry. They are a little bit mussed right now because we did have a bit of shower and I moved some of them out of place with the water, but it's okay. Yes, definitely kamikaze sparrows. I think it was baby sparrow who didn't quite understand how to use his wings yet and hadn't quite figured out things up close are bigger than they appear. But Max certainly did make himself big. He lifted up his entire crest. He shrieked and kind of lunged at the sparrow on the way past as the sparrow sort of decided, nope, abort. Yeah. Tycho definitely seems to be enjoying himself out here. And it's definitely a great place to have Beakfist, isn't it, Max? You look kind of tired, bud. Yeah, the sun looks to be going a little bit behind a cloud, which is a good thing. It's just a little bit cooler. And that sun's not quite beating down. Not right, buddy. Okay. Max, do you have anything else to say? Yeah. Yeah. Well, Tycho's climbing around a little bit here. I mean, the flock is fairly active. You look way, way up. Yeah, there's a crow up there, isn't there, Max? Yeah, Max, what do you think? Big yawn. Now, Max, you know one thing we've not done yet? And your friend Joy is going to hope that you're going to do it today. We've not balked yet for the flock. So I'm going to ask, can you step up? Step up. I'm going to step over here. Yeah. Can you balk for me, Max? Can you balk, balk, balk? And poop. Can you balk, bark, bark? That's right. Max definitely has his preferences as to where and when he balks. What? Yeah, guys, it's definitely been fun to be outside again. Yeah, I'm still working on my kitchen. I decided last week I had this brilliant idea. I was going to reorganize all of my kitchen cupboards, and I have a bunch of stuff that when I moved in 3.5 years ago, put them into cupboards and I haven't touched. So I've been cleaning and culling all of that stuff and trying to decide what I want to keep, what I want to move. I mean, glass plate for oysters, probably not that functional considering I've had it for 25 years and I haven't used it once. Yeah, time to, I guess, Marie Koto it. Not bringing me joy, it can go. And that means more room in the cupboards for your snacks, right, Max? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so we've got a lovely, lovely close-up going right now. Max is quite happy. His feet are actually kind of chilly after all of that water, but that's a good thing. It tells me that he's regulating his temperature nicely. He's nice and cool. So guys, we're going to be back again next week. Weather permitting, we'll be outside. If not, we'll be inside. And hopefully by then the great kitchen reorg will be finished and the house will not look like it has exploded. So Max, do you have one more buck for us today? One more buck? All right, guys. I hope every birdie has an absolutely wonderful, wonderful week. That's right. Stay warm, stay happy. And there is last shot here of each of the birds. Thanks for joining us.